Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from Dare Few Moments. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you about setting goals in 2017. I am 35. What a way to start a video, right? But I am. I'm 35 this year. And I have this tradition that I do every year for setting goals. And I think I mentioned it, and I'm not sure in which video, but I asked you if it was something you wanted to see. And overwhelmingly, you guys said, yes, we want to see. So I want to share with you what I do. I started this when I turned 30. So I'm going to share with you a little story of what happened. So when I turned 30, I wanted it to be this momentous occasion. I didn't want it to be a downer. I've heard people say, oh, I'm dreading it. I'm turning 30. My 20s are over. And I thought, no, I want it to be awesome. I want it to be so cool. So I wanted to celebrate my birthday somewhere super cool, like on a cruise boat or on a killer trip somewhere, so we could always remember that birthday, or I could always remember. So a couple months before, I got into a bad car accident. Now, I wasn't, dying, but it was bad enough that my car was totaled, and it was my fault. I turned left before I should have. I didn't see the car coming, and they smashed into the car. What made it worse is my kids were in the car, and I didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. That's why they call it an accident. But I felt horrible. I beat myself up for months, and it was a couple months before I turned 30. So any money we had that would have gone towards a trip, now we couldn't use because I needed that money to get a car. Of course, insurance was going to help, but it was my fault, and I put my kids at risk, and I just was like, I was the first time in my life I think I've ever been depressed. And I've always been a happy, peppy, not outgoing, but happy, peppy, always looking on the brighter side type of person. And this really, really made me feel horrible. And so much so that I let myself feel horrible. I was like, you know what? I feel bad and it's my fault. And I'm going to let myself feel bad. Well, the bad thing about that is as far down you go, you've got to come back out. So when we were planning my birthday and realized, well, we don't have the finances to do any of that, my parents threw a small birthday party at the house for me and my husband and my kids and my sister. And, we did presents and a little cake from Walmart. And I was miserable. My parents were so sweet to do something like that for me, and I was negative. I was like, thanks, oh, it was terrible. What is wrong with me? So I decided I have to pull myself out of this. I can't stay in this space. The only person I'm hurting, well, more than just me, but the main person I'm hurting is myself, and I need to do something different. So I decided instead of making it the day had to be so special, let me make this year the best year of my life. And it's easier said than done. But what I decided to do was instead of doing this one cool, amazing thing on my birthday, I'm going to do 30 awesome things and I'm going to do it. I'm going to write down my biggest dreams, stuff that I don't even think are possible, that I don't think I would ever be able to do. I'm going to write them down. They say that you do 10 times more, no, 80 something percent of what you write down, you actually accomplish. That first year, I accomplished like 200% of the list. And what I mean by that is I did way more than the 30 things. Now that I am 35, this is something I do every year. I look for a couple weeks before, I find a journal or I order a journal. I used to order them and have like a photo on it, but now I go to TJ Maxx. I got this one for like $3.99. I actually came up with a word for my year this year, and it is faith. So when I saw this journal, I was like, this is it. This is my year. I'm going to have faith to believe that I'm going to see God do the things that he's promised me this year. I'm going to have faith that it's going to be awesome. It's going to be such a good year, because I know 2016 was a hard year for a lot of people, and myself included. It wasn't always the best and the rosiest, but I'm going to have faith that this is going to be a better year. So let me share with you some of the things that I do. Of course, it's private, so I'm not going to read out my whole thing, but just kind of maybe give you an idea. So if you want to do this, you can do this for 2017 and set goals. So this is what it is. It's dreaming as well as practical. And I don't fill up the whole thing so that as things happen, I can write it down when milestones occur. Like 2016, one of my big goals, my big list was rock climbing. We went on the Royal Caribbean cruise in November, and I'm sharing those vlogs every Monday. And I went rock climbing for the first time on the cruise boat. It was unbelievable, and I cannot wait to share with you guys that video. It's unbelievable. So you have to see. I did it. I conquered my fear. It was on the list, something I've never done before. When I did the first list, one of the things I wanted to do was parasailing. I'd never gone, and I surprised my husband and just took him. I just decided to do it, and it was outrageous. I did it. I never want to do it ever again. But okay, so I have a spot for this year. I have 35. It's called the Big 35 list because I'm 35. And these are the things that I want to do this year. And if I do them, awesome. If not, I'm dreaming. So I want to go to the Young Living convention this year. I want to save money for our retirement. Ooh, that's fun. I want to start college funds for the kids. I want to get a Never Full from Louis Vuitton someday. I think that would be awesome. I would love to reach 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I think that's a cool goal. I'd love to hit silver with Young Living this year. I would love someday for somebody to sponsor a video here on YouTube. I've done videos and I've had products sent just for review, but nobody's ever sponsored my videos yet. So that's something that I think would be so cool this year. I would love to get new bedroom furniture for our bedroom. I want to read 12 books, one a month. I'm trying not to set the goal too big. I want to see 35 new movies that I've never seen before. I want to try 12 recipes. I used to be zealous and write down 30 like for the year. So I figured one a month is obtainable. I want to go on 35 dates with my husband. That may sound outrageous, that may not, but before I started doing this, we didn't make it as much of a priority because getting a sitter was such a big deal, and we found ways to work around that now, and it's awesome. I want to acquire all of the Young Living essential oils there are. I want to read my Bible every day. I want to get a new rug for my front office that's really pretty. I want to go horseback riding 4 times this year. I think it would be so cool to go. It's something I have loved my entire life, and since becoming a mom, it has not become a priority anymore because there's other things we need to be doing and other places we need to go, and the kids want to play soccer. But that was like a passion of mine. I loved horseback riding so much. I love horses, and it just makes me so happy. So to go 4 times in a year, I don't think that's too crazy. Once a season. I would like to go and get a massage. This mama holds her stress in her shoulders, and essential oils really, really, really make my shoulders feel good, but I just need a massage, and I think it'd be good to go. I want to lose X amount of weight. I didn't put down exactly how many, but I need another essential oil shelf, so I would love for my husband to make me one. And then I have, I want to go zip lining, if I haven't said that already. And then I have a page, I'll show you this one here, of when I go on my dates with my husband to write them in so that I can go back and go, oh my goodness, so I did. I went on these dates. So far I've gone on 6 dates with my husband and the year's just started. Reading list, 1 book a month. I have started 3 books already, but I have not finished any. So I've got 12. And then also recipes. I've already done one. One was for Juan. I made some turkey rice soup, and then I put a happy face or a sad face if it's like good or not. And then I also where maybe it came from so I can make it again. Movies I've watched. We've already seen 3. We saw Moana, Sing in the movie theater, and then Passengers. All of those were so good. But then I've got the spots. So then I just kind of decorate it with my stickers and a little bit of washi tape. And that's kind of how I'm going to track it. And then I put trips just so that we can remember what are the trips that we've gone on this year. Even if they're a day trip, sometimes the year goes on and you go, what have we even done this year? What's happened? And this is so cool to go back and see. I put also the books of the Bible because I want to read the whole Bible. And when I read a whole book of the Bible, I can kind of cross it off so that I can see that I've done it. I've got my oil wish list. These are still the essential oils that I would like in my collection. So I've got them here. And I'm just going to cross them off as I acquire them. And then I have last year's tally. So last year I accomplished 142% of what I wrote down. So way more than I wrote down. I accomplished 24 of the 34 big list items. I went on 119 dates out of the 34 with my husband. 119 dates with my husband out of 365 days. If you want to know how we do it, when the kids go off to school, before we head off to work and do our lists, we go to Waffle House and we have a date for like 20 minutes and we share a $6 breakfast and a cup of coffee and we have some uninterrupted time. It's amazing. I love starting my day with my husband. He's my best friend, and 20 minutes and I'm so happy. Okay, I read 8 books last year. How sad is that? Not enough. I did 11 out of my 12 recipes. We saw 22 movies, whether they were in the theater or we rented or whatever it is. We went on 11 trips and I did 195 out of the 137 things I wrote down. So, and then I wrote down some of the stuff that I missed so I could add that on my next one. So then what I do with the rest of the notebook is this is my journal for the year. And I have a prayer journal as well as a YouTube journal. And that's not what this is for. This is to write down when things are awesome and when things are hard. And I just need to get it out. And it's for me. I don't usually go back and read the journals. I do go back and I read my list. And I think it's so cool to see, wow, look at all the things that we've done this year. And it's just a reminder of God's goodness. And when you write it down, you're more likely to accomplish it. So here is the life verse that I have that is a very popular one, but God has given it to me. And I want to share with you. It's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. So just because I write down that I want to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube or have a sponsor someday, because I think that would be so cool as a validation that I'm doing a good job, those might not be God's plans for me, but I'm writing them down so that I will hopefully continue to move forward and not stay stagnant and still continue to dream and push on in life. I don't want to just, here's another year. I want to make a difference. I want to have goals, even if some of them are selfish and just for me to bring me joy. This isn't goals for my husband or for my children or for other people. This is just dreaming for Elizabeth and trying to make it the best year yet for my mental health and my emotional health. And I just wanted to share that with you. So something for you, something to just keep pushing on. And I thought, you know what, if this encourages one person to dream bigger and to not let go of your dreams, I say go for it. So if you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more videos like this one and not like this one, because I don't normally talk about dreams and goal setting. But I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one.